everybody, and welcome into the Mountaineers Now postgame show. I'm Schuyler. Callihan. Joining with me is my co-publisher on the site, Christopher Hall, who is live at the Coliseum. West Virginia takes the season opener over Mount St. 76-58. Running through some of the stats real quick, West Virginia shot 28 of 57 on the night, 6 of 20 from three. Out rebounded Mount St. Mary's 45 to 28. The big problem is the turnovers, 18 of them from the Mountaineers. That's something that Bob Huggins talked a lot about in the preseason. Your leading scorer, Emmett Matthews, 15 points in his first game back with West Virginia. Trey Mitchell, the newcomer from Texas, 13 points and 3 rebounds. So, Chris, let's get right to it. What are some of your quick initial takeaways from this game, both good and bad?
I will start with the bad. The turnovers kind of expected. Obviously, you got seven newcomers, still a bunch of young guys trying to gel together. Obviously, you got a Mount St. Mary's team looking to knock off Power Five team, but turnovers are an issue. A lot of them were unforced turnovers. Some of them were just stupid turnovers. Again, expected. What I was really surprised with was these young guys, these sophomores, these freshmen. They played above my expectations for the first game. They're still raw, they're still rough, but you're seeing those guys their second year, the Seth Wilson, just play a lot more loose than he did last year. I thought Eric Stevenson pressed a little bit tonight, trying to do too much. Didn't really let himself into the game. Just pressed. This made some really, let's just say it's some stupid mistakes throughout the night. But overall, I thought, especially that front court, Jimmy Bell came up with the rebounds, the rebound number that you were looking for from him. We're debating how to pronounce his last name, but Muhammad Wagi, I think, is what we're going with right now. He impressed. I thought he is very athletic, very focused, and really showed his athleticism. It was just another kid that I thought played really loose that you thought that just maybe playing tight tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of that front court, I mean, Jimmy Bell and Wagi, they both combined for 8 turnovers. So that's something that they're going to have to work on. But
Yeah, Bell's issue, obviously the turnovers. He
yeah,
was frustrated. I think the guys getting underneath him a little bit, but the number that I was more concerned with him was rebounds. That's a number that we have to keep an eye on. We're going to have to depend on him to clear out that thing.
what do you think about those two working together, and maybe Trey Mitchell working with them too? It seems like they have a lot of options that they can go to in the front court.
Yeah, Trey Mitchell. There's another surprise. There's someone who was a game time decision. Probably threw him in there because they were struggling in the first half. When it's tied at 10, he come in, pops a three. Another nice surprise, 13 points right there. So there was another surprise. I think there was a lot more surprises and disappointments tonight because expected the offense to be bad, expected turnovers. But I think the way this group played early, and there was two things that obviously really stuck out: the defense and the effort. The effort on defense, the rebounding, those are the things that matter. As long as they can keep that and stay focused, they give themselves a shot throughout the year.
Yeah, when you look up and down this roster, there's not a lot of size in terms of height. I think there's only two guys that are 6'10" or taller, but there's a lot of length, a lot of athleticism. The one thing I really like is having Joe Snow coming off the bench and being that really defensive guard that can actually handle the ball too. That's something that West Virginia didn't have last year. When Johnson was off the court, that defense in that spot went down. I don't think that's going to be a problem this year.
No, I think that's really what the thing with this group. Another thing with this group, you have a lot of guys vying for playing time, so you've got a lot of good from guys, especially coming off the bench. So again, if they can just keep that rolling and just stay focused and keep continuing to play unselfish, the team could surprise some people. I'm not calling for a run after one game, but I think this was a pleasant surprise for my eyes, just to see how well they played together, how much bounce they had, and just overall effort.
Yeah, I know it's just Mount St. Mary's, but I mean, it does kind of give you the feel of a typical West Virginia Bob Huggins coach team that's going to play scrappy defensively, get after it on the boards. They're going to struggle offensively, but they've got guys that can make shots. If that end of the floor can come together, this could be a team that can make some noise, not only the Big 12, but deep into March. So we'll see what happens. Before we get out of here, Chris, go ahead and give us a couple of keys to the game for Friday night against Pitt. What does West Virginia have to do to come out on top of that game?
They want to take care of the ball a little bit better. Pitt's not a good team, but it's a rivalry game, so you can't take this for granted. So you have to take care of the ball and just continue to play with high energy, high effort, play on that defensive end. I would say, with the rivalry game, you saw the chippiness tonight. This is Mount St. Mary's. You can't go in there looking for extracurricular activity and hurt your team. I understand they want to play a chip and prove that they belong, but you can't do that Friday. You could end up hurting yourself. It might. I know it was a beat down last year, but I was chippy last year in Morgantown, and I expect it to be chippy. Just don't do anything to hurt your team.
So there you have it. West Virginia takes the season opener over Mount St. Mary's 76-58. They'll be back in action this Friday at the Peterson Event Center to take on the Pitt Panthers in the backyard brawl. Tip off set for 7 o'clock on the ACC Network. Until Friday, we'll see you guys then.